Hey Scorpio, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, January 22nd to Monday, January 29th, 2018. Now, what's going on this week, Scorpio, is that we have got Pluto, or Mercury rather, in a conjunction with Pluto right here in Capricorn in your third house of talk and of communication and kind of like people around town in your immediate environment in some way going on, okay? And this is happening on Wednesday, like the first big alignment of the week. And I think what's coming in here is some major changes here in the way that you communicate and the way that you think about life, especially when it comes to other people. Also some big changes here when it comes to your immediate environment and who you talk to regularly and who's around you, you know, in your community, on the things that you kind of do on the day-to-day in some way, okay? So I think that's what's coming up here, lots of changes in that part of your life. I think a lot of these changes in the way that you communicate and think about your life and interact with people regularly has a lot to do with money that can come in, because this is Pluto. Pluto rules a lot about money, so maybe you're changing the way that you communicate or think about your money and your finances going on here. Again, it could also do with relationships. Maybe you're changing the way that you communicate with your relationships or think about your relationships in some way coming in, okay? Pluto as well, you should know your Scorpio also can bring up some deep, intense emotions from the surface too. So maybe you're trying to figure out how to better communicate about you, some things that are important to you and some things deep down inside you in some way, in a way that's just better and to work better with your immediate environment, okay? So I think that's what's coming in this week, especially on Wednesday. Some of these conversations here could be hard and could be intense as you figure out how to talk to people differently about your life, about your money, about your resources, about what it is that you want. But I think in the end, they are meant to be a good thing. That's because shortly after Mercury makes this conjunction with Pluto, it then comes into a sextile here with Jupiter a day after on Thursday. Okay, and Jupiter is here in your first house of you, of everything about you. So I think these communications that it is that you're having with other people in your life, the people that are around you regularly, about money, about finances, about how you can share your money with others, and about some things that are important to you deep down, is ultimately going to help you here to create the identity that you want, to be the person that you want, to do some things that are really, really good for you coming in. So I don't see it being too bad. Plus, this is Pluto, and you're a Scorpio, so if anyone knows how to handle hard, deep, intense conversations about intimacy, about sex, about money, about relationships, it's you. You know how to do this, okay? So just be yourself. Have some of these deep, intense conversations, and I think that's really going to help you here to do some things that you want and to open up some doors for you to feel more free to express yourself and who it is that you are. I think after you have some of these conversations about money and about relationships and about how you feel about the people around you, it's then going to help you here where Mars is as it moves into your second house around Friday and Saturday. It's then going to help you to move forward when it comes to money with your second house ruling money. Sorry, you can't really see that. But it's going to help you with money. It's also going to help you feel more confident in your life, more stable and secure. It's going to help you to use more of your gifts and skills and talents and to just feel more unique, to feel more special, to feel like you're living in your lane, doing more things that it is that you need to do and attracting more of that income to you, okay? So I think these conversations that you have, even if they are a little bit hard and intense here, are going to help you do some things you want, bring more money to you, use more of your gifts, skills, and talents, and really feel like you're doing some things that really resonate with who you and who you are and what it is that you have to offer, okay? As things are starting to move forward though, and I think some of those doors are starting to open up for you, there could be some unexpected thing that does occur then on Sunday that could be a little bit hard. Okay, that's because on Sunday, Mercury, after it comes off of Pluto and of Jupiter, then makes a square here to Uranus. Okay, and that for you, Scorpio, is going to be right here in your sixth house of your job, your daily routines, and of your health. Okay, and what's going on there, Scorpio, is that there could be some unexpected thing that then occurs about your job, about your daily routines that you're going to have to communicate about. Either something unexpected occurs with your job, at your job, on the day-to-day and in some daily routines, or maybe you're trying to break free from a job as well, break free from a daily routine that's hurting you, that you then have to communicate about again, talk about in some way, okay? If you allow yourself to communicate about this unexpected thing though that comes up in your job and in your daily routines though, I think it is going to open up some doors for you. I think the doors it's going to open up for you here is going to be where Chiron is in your 5th house of happiness and of joy. Also rules romantic relationships and kids, with Mercury here making a sextile to Chiron about the same time it's making the square to Uranus. So any unexpected conversation you have about your job and about your daily routines that could be a little bit uncomfortable here is then going to allow you to be happier, to live a life that's happier, to do more of what you enjoy, to work better with kids. Find more of the love and romance in your life in some way, okay? And really just needing to stick it out through some of these conversations here so that you really can start to feel better, okay? After you have a lot of these conversations here, I want to say to be more confident, create more of a life that it is that you want. Be happier. Especially when it comes to your job and your daily routines, perhaps in some way, then your focus comes a lot here where Venus is as it moves over the South Node on Monday. Okay, and that for you is going to be in your 4th house of home and of family. So after all this communication has gone on here about what you want, about your finances, about your job, about your daily routines, and just how you can feel more confident on the day-to-day and more happy, I think then your conversation comes to, well, what does my home look like? How do I feel comfortable with all of this stuff going on here? How do I begin to build something on now what it is that I have done previously, okay? I think what's going on is that you need to take some of this uncomfortable stuff going on at home, some relationships going on there emotionally, and figure out how to bring all of this forward with you where the North Node is in your career in some way, okay? To help you reach some big dreams of yours, to help you do some things that's important to you in some way, okay? So if you're feeling held back at home, maybe knowing there's some stuff at home you need to take care of, some stuff emotionally here so that you can build better on your life, I think the idea here is not to totally neglect your home life, not to totally neglect something that's important to you emotionally, but to really figure out how you can start to build a life that is going to give you the career and the reputation that it is that you want in some way coming in. Okay, so I think that's what's happening at the end of the week. Just to be clear, is that after you've had the conversations here about your job, about your daily routines, about what you need to feel confident and happier and better on the day-to-day, you then have to figure out, okay, how can I get comfortable emotionally with everything that's going on? How can I really build something that's going on and take it to reach some big career aspirations of yours, and take it and to point your life in the right direction, take it and to create more of the social standing and the reputation that it is that you want. And I think that's the big thing that's going to come in at the end of this week and really into the next few weeks and months here as the eclipses start to come in. All right, so that's what I've got for you there, Scorpio. Hope that made sense, even though I kind of like fumbled the last bit. All right, but your card for the week is the 2 of Wands upright. This is a card here I like to think of choices, of decisions here, and of thinking about your future in some way. I think maybe you're trying to make some big decisions this week about where your life is going, about how you envision your life, about the life that it is that you want here, trying to pick a direction, pick the path that is best for you in some way. I think with this card, you also get some stuff of planning coming in too, trying to figure out, okay, if I'm going to go in a certain direction, how can I plan to get there, to make it right, to make it the best possible? Maybe that's what some of your conversations are about as well that you're having this week, a decision you need to make, and in what way your life is going to go, trying to think about that as well. And I think if you can think long term here, and I think if you can choose an option here to do something perhaps that's exciting and new that you have not done before, maybe with this card, then I think it's going to help you feel much better in the end here, create a life that you need, and feel like you're stepping more into your power, doing something that is important to you personally. Okay, so that's what I've got for you this week, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.